I was walking in to get some yogurt. I have a mask because you have to, otherwise it's illegal. This lady who's my age has a mask, and I'm walking past her to get yogurt, and she stops, panics, and leaps into the next aisle, like, 6 feet! And she just jumps. I'm sitting there going, like, oh my God. And then when I go to check out, they have a big sign like, it is with extreme sadness that we have to inform you, due to the coronavirus, we are not accepting reusable bags at this time. And then when you go to the coffee shop, it is with extreme sadness that we tell you that we are not accepting reusable cups at this time. And then I go to the airport and I go, you know what? Oh, hey, listen, hold on a second. A flushless urinal? How'd you figure that out? By the way, there's no secret to it. Your piss just stays there.
Yep.
It just pools there. Even the sports bars put in ice or peanut shells or some shit. So I go to a flushless urinal. I'm like, well, that's kind of gross. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to go wash my hands and sing happy birthday twice. And happy birthday to... And the sink shuts off because it's a green sink. And I can't use paper towels because it's a blow dryer. When it comes down to saving human lives, well, so we have to get rid of the absurdity of the plastic, the reusable bags, which, by the way, are worse for the environment, and the reusable cups. We're not going to do that anymore. What about following the CDC hand washing guidelines? I can't do it. It's not humanly possible. What about the flushless urinals? Hey, no more flushing, no more running water. That's progress. How about I piss my name into a tree? Is that progress?
That's skill.
This is what the left would see when they see the evolution of man going up, and then down to a squatty potty, and then eventually it's made of hemp, and then they're in a hole in the ground.
And we're in San Francisco.
So when we're talking about this, listen, my position, and I think everyone here on climate change is not, there's no such thing as climate change, I don't know the science. No, listen, I think the Earth has warmed. I think that humans may be contributing a significant amount to it. As to whether it will have catastrophic results, I'm not entirely sure. As to the proposed global legislation that would kill people undeniably, expecting, of course, China to play ball, which they've vocally expressed they will not. No, I don't believe that politically it will make any difference. And as it relates to coronavirus, I believe we were lied to, or at the very least provided misinformation, certainly from China, certainly from experts who said we're going to have 2 million people dead. I believe that we shut down the economy based on statistics that couldn't exactly be observed. You know what is observable? You know what's 100% observable? Joblessness. People not making any money. Right? Suicides going up, alcoholism going up. There's no doubt about that. So when you folks want to say, hey, we deny the experts, by the way, Birx, not an expert. Only Fauci, only Geppetto and Fantasy Island. I will wear it proudly. What's so funny to me is they talk about, this global economy, right? We are all one. We are the world. Hold hands and have all the flags and effectively an Amish quilt. But really, when you think about it, okay, you look at the globe and you look at the green movement, and then they have the gall to tell us, well, really the people most affected by environmental pollutants are minorities in the United States. So the people most affected by coronavirus in the United States are black people. Okay, hold on a second. Who's most affected by the Green New Deal? Who's most affected by the Kyoto Protocol, which would skyrocket energy costs, which for us is mildly inconvenient because you drive a crossover, but for someone in Zambia, or honestly, you don't have to go that far, for someone in Mexico, if you can wander out of your Cancun booze cruise resort, they work all week just to get enough fuel so they can heat a can of beans on an old ironing board in a drum. Who do you think is most affected by your green policy? It's inconvenient for us. It kills people in the third world who make $2 a month. So they don't really care about the most vulnerable among us. Certainly, I don't want to say no one cares. I'm saying the policies are not thoughtful of the most vulnerable among us because it is all a sacrifice at the altar of the greater good. What's the greater good? Well, the climate, the earth. It's more important than people. What's the greater good with coronavirus? Well, political expediency. It's more important than people being autonomous and being able to make their own livings. So I'm not going to make any sacrifices at that altar. And as it relates to being anti-science, I'm a climate denier as well as a coronavirus denier, I think you can look at the track record of where we lined up on climate change, where we've lined up on coronavirus, and it's remarkable that we've gotten very little wrong. Honestly, I was speaking from my gut thinking this is going to come back to bite me in the ass. Instead, I look like Nostradamus. So I will wear that badge loudly and proudly. Yep. Call me a science denier.